almost 8 and almost 10, and I said, what is this? And they said, it's Teen Titans Go. It was on Cartoon Network. And I thought, this is really funny. And I loved it, and I started watching more and more episodes myself and showing other adults. And I was like, you gotta watch this show. And they're like on Cartoon Network?
And are your kids like all of a sudden okay with the fact that you're watching with them?
Yeah, I'm like, are you kidding? They're psyched. Is your microphone broken?
Yeah, it doesn't work.
I've got
Unless
a
you
degree.
can do it. There you go. Thanks.
Yeah, that's good. And it's just an on switch. So I'm kidding. So
I can take it.
yeah. So anyway, I got involved, and they wanted to make a movie, and I said, well, let me try to help you guys do that, and then through the process, they said, would you want to voice Slade, who's kind of the villain? Spoiler alert, not really, but and I said, yeah.
But these kids all know because they watch the show, right?
You guys all watch the show.
Right.
Who here is a fan of Teen Titans Go? Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it.
And so what did your kids say to you about the fact that now you're in the show that they watch, the movie?
They're very excited. They got some notes. They want to make sure that we're doing all the right things, and that we're staying true. Yeah, for sure. And my own kids, because when we were finishing the movie, they got to see it, and I sort of gauged their reaction, and they're a great litmus test as to whether or not it's working. And then we had another screening just like this a couple days ago, and they went again. They wanted to see it, not just because it's their dad's job, and they really liked it. So yeah, it's a cool process for them.
So that must make you sort of extra happy or extra proud that you can have your kids celebrate your work. Are you making more choices now that are geared towards family films to involve your kids, or do you feel like whatever good script just comes to me, I'm going to take it?
Well, it's kind of both, but it's such a bonus to be able to do stuff that I can experience and share with my kids, that they can be excited about the process. When I tell them I'm going, not just the finished product, but when I'm going to work, I can say I'm going to do this, and this is what we did today, and they can come in and like a lot of y'all. You might bring your kids with you to see what you do, and they get to know the people you work with, and it's you're all experience and sharing this stuff together. So it's cool that I get to do what I get to do, and I'm very fortunate in that way, but that I get to share with them is just awesome. Yeah, it's important to me.
And do you have a preference of voiceover work versus acting? Is it more challenging? Because I know you go in a booth and you're like, you have to sort of be into it. Is someone there like reading the lines and playing off of you, or are you just like, I gotta get into this character and I'm gonna try to be as funny as I can right now?
Well, yeah, I mean, usually you work with the director, and you go in. A lot of people think that they animate the thing and then you put your voice in after, and it's actually the opposite. I go in and we do the scenes, and then they go in, they animate for a few months, and then they come back and you work on it like that. But you're usually reading with the director, not usually with other cast members. You're working with the director, and you're kind of going through the scenes and finding fun stuff and funny stuff, and it's very different from doing live action, but I find it to be really fun.
And can you talk a little bit about the process of how that works? Because this obviously has such a great cast, but did you actually work with any of them?
I never recorded with anybody, but that's not unusual. When we were making the Lego, who likes the Lego movies here? Anybody seen Lego or Lego Batman?
You know this is Batman too, right, everybody?
Have you guys seen Lego Batman?
Yeah!
I'm so glad.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, in that movie, Zach Galifianakis plays the Joker, and he and I did a bunch of stuff together. With Rosario Dawson as well. In the Lego movie, Chris Pratt and I did a bunch of stuff, Elizabeth Banks. But usually you're just working by yourself, so it is sometimes a lonely process.
And how about the voices? Like, how do you find, okay, this is going to be the voice of this character?
You just kind of try some stuff out.
Like what? Like, did you play with different?
Yeah, you just kind of get in there, and depending on what who the character is, and you know what he's trying to do. So you're always trying to find something different. For Slade, he's kind of like, he's over the top, and he's always talking like this, I don't know, and Lego Batman we knew that we've seen Batman and they have that gravelly voice, and we wanted to hear a guy who does that all the time, even when he's like making food at home, and then he's always got this voice, even when he's just like getting changed, right? And you do stuff like that. Or, who here has seen the Despicable Me movies? You've seen those? In the first movie, I played the guy who's the banker who Steve Carell's character keeps trying to get money from, And I thought about, I want to have a guy who sounds like every time he says the word money that he wants to eat it, right? And he's a banker. So like, so you're telling me that you want some money? And it's almost like he's slobbering because he's just so hungry for money.